Honourable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is my pleasure to rise today in reply to our first speech from the throne for the 29th Legislative Assembly of this great province of Alberta. I'd like to begin by congratulating Her Honour, the Honourable Lois Mitchell, who is in her first few weeks of her service as the Alberta's 18th Lieutenant Governor. I was delighted to be able to attend Her Honour's installation ceremony on June 12th, where she spoke eloquently on a variety of important topics. I know that she will make an excellent representative of the Crown throughout her tenure. I would also like to take this chance to extend my congratulations to all the honourable members of this Assembly on their recent electoral success. I think Albertans have built a strong legislative assembly, and we are now all tasked with doing our utmost to help make life better for every Albertan. As we heard in the speech from the throne, we are optimistic, hopeful, entrepreneurial, remarkably diverse, and community-minded people. We are a people who dream no little dreams and live them. I was born on the north side of Edmonton in 1978. I'm the elder daughter of Craig and Linda McLennan. My father, Craig, is an accountant and a small business owner, and my mother, Linda, is a now retired school teacher who focused largely on special needs education throughout her long career with Edmonton Public Schools. On July 16th of this year, my husband, Neil Gray, and I will be celebrating our 11th wedding anniversary. Last year, for our 10th wedding anniversary, he surprised me with a trip to Paris. And he arranged the time off with my work without even, I didn't know. And he has his work cut out for him this year.
No time off. Nope.
I owe some of my interest in politics to my husband's family, where political discourse is the appetizer of choice at every meal. In my own family's home, we didn't talk as much about politics because my father is a staunch fiscal conservative and my mother is firmly progressive. Discussion.
We decline.
Discussion was avoided at my house a little bit, lest it gave way to overly heated debate. So in spite of the many polls that foretold the election results this year, in spite of our Premier's excellent performance, in spite of all of those various signs, I knew for sure that change was finally coming to Alberta when I saw a Dr. Bob Turner sign on my parents' lawn. The planets had to have reached a very special alignment for my father to ever agree to such a thing. Mr. Speaker, honourable ministers, honourable members, it is with great pride and humility that I stand before you today as the elected representative for my home constituency of Edmonton-Mill. I'm excited to take this opportunity to discuss a little bit about Millwoods and the great people who live there who have sent me here in this incredible new role. Of the many words we might use to describe Canada and why we love being Canadian, multiculturalism is one of the first to jump to mind. Canada is a nation where people of all backgrounds and faiths have come together under a commitment to mutual peace and prosperity to build a collectively better future. It is my tremendous privilege to represent Edmonton-Mill, one of the most diverse and vibrant examples of Canada's commitment to multiculturalism. In the very short time since my election, I have already had the chance to attend numerous wonderful events put on by members of very different organizations in my riding, representing a variety of cultural and community groups. Almost 15 years ago, when I was looking to buy my first home, I chose Millwoods because of its amazingly strong network of communities, its beautiful cultural mosaic, and because I saw my own commitments to honesty, hard work, and open friendliness reflected in its citizenry. Amidst all of its wonderful diversity, there are a few things that hold true for everyone in Millwoods. It's a community of hardworking people looking to build a better future. Ours is a community founded on the bedrock of volunteerism. Our extremely active community leagues, which contribute so much to enriching our lives, are comprised entirely of volunteers. Our schools, our senior centers, our local hospital also depend on a network of volunteers to assist in the delivery of their very important services. Residents in my constituency work towards that better future in other ways as well. Ours is a community rich with entrepreneurial spirit. Millwoods is home to countless small businesses, many of which are family-owned. And these small businesses work to provide a whole host of services to our community and to the city as a whole. I invite every MLA to take advantage of the opportunities that being in this legislature provides and come down to Millwoods on one of your brief breaks from session. If you come into Millwoods, you will find some of the best ethnic and cultural restaurants that this city and possibly this province has to offer. And that is just one of the kinds of treasures that Millwoods houses. They are an example, these restaurants, of the way in which the entrepreneurs in Millwoods enrich their fellow citizens' lives, while they also provide for their own families in the process. In her honours speech, it was clear that this new government is also working towards that same better future as the people of Millwoods and all the people of Alberta. The speech from the throne revealed that this government intends to do exactly the same things that we told Albertans we would do during the election. It was those commitments that Albertans overwhelmingly endorsed with their votes, and it is because we will keep our promises that Albertans will continue to endorse us going forward. I'm a believer in the philosophy of servant leadership, and it is my intention to work hard, very hard, every day on behalf of my constituents. I'm here as their humble servant and to give voice to their opinions and concerns as we go forward. The election results in every constituency tell a separate and unique story about a particular part of Alberta, and I go forward knowing that a strong majority of voters in Millwoods endorsed me, this government, and the choices that we laid before them. And so I see my role in this legislature as one of advocacy, of being a voice that ensures that those commitments continue to be kept. I will push our new honourable ministers and our new honourable premier, push them to stay on track and to deliver on the wisest and most progressive options available to them at every turn. Our system of government is at times like a pendulum, and in Alberta, that pendulum can swing slower than it does almost anywhere else. And so we were long overdue for it to begin swinging back the other way, as it has now begun to do. The time has come to focus on things that matter to all Albertans. The time has come to reinvest in education, in healthcare, in social services. The time has come to once again build vital infrastructure. The time has come to make Alberta a leader in human rights and to ensure that every minority community in Alberta is afforded the full protection of law and the dignity of their provincial government. I sincerely look forward to being part of this assembly as we move forward towards those goals. Thank you to all the members for their time today, and thank you, Mr. Speaker.